Have you been overwhelmed at work? Anxiety been paralyzing your growth? Well, Pantheria is here to help. Founded by an active military sailor that has struggled with the high demands of military life, Paul Pantera has developed books, motivational content, and relaxing audio to aid in the fight against work burnout and debilitating anxiety. Subscribe to the Pantheria YouTube for a variety of long-form audio experiences from meditation sounds, lo-fi mixes, and ambient noises of all types. They also have a variety of books, brain teasers, puzzle books, self-improvement logs, and much more. Take action now to reduce your stress and improve your existence. Subscribe to the YouTube channel now. youtube.com/PANTHERIA 5182. These are the first steps to changing your life, and let Pantheria be a part of your journey. This episode is brought to you by our Patreon members. Sign up right now, patreon.com/VVC Life. And thank you to all of the patrons that have already signed up and are supporting us right now. Yeah, Trick, yeah. All right. I would say that we are back, but it looks like I am the only one here right now. Everybody has hit me up and told me that they were going to be late, or people on the road, or whatever. But we are here. I never try to represent alone. I always try to show love, make sure that everybody knows that they are loved, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's I was about to say, oh, well, see, that's crazy. So after a week off, we are back, Black Nerd Podcast. I want to, number one, say I apologize for not being present last week, but I was literally having electrical issues with the new apartment that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? We had to get that straightened out. Plus, I had a whole writing session going on in my house. We got a bunch of stuff going on. Plus, the studio was under renovations, as you guys can see. If you follow us on VVC Life on Facebook or Instagram, we just finished the new studio. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in the Baltimore area and you would like to have a podcast produced, you know what I'm saying? You want that in-person feel. You don't want to do this virtual thing. I ain't gonna lie. I love doing this virtual thing. This virtual thing, when I first started, I felt the same way a lot of people felt. They didn't like, we on a computer screen. I like that in person. I actually like this. I like being able to throw my videos up, throw pictures up. You know, it just makes, to me, it makes the conversation more like in depth and more grainy. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I could just throw anything on the screen at a moment's notice. You know, I could be like, yeah, Little Mermaid, dog. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this and that. See, I like that about live stream. I like this about the virtual. Plus, my man AB lives in Atlanta. Yo, Fame lives all the way out Middle River. That's an hour away from where I live. And then, you know, Pill is like 30, 40 minutes, and Precious is an hour away. So, like, it's kind of hard to get everybody in the same room. But this virtual right here makes that super easy. But if you don't want that virtual vibe, you want that in person, you want to have a sexy couch situation with the background, you know what I'm saying? You want something, and you want that premium audio. This isn't premium audio. I'm actually still trying to figure out how to get the best audio through this virtual platform. But like, man, if you want that premium audio, man, the VVC Life Studios, Trey Magnifica. In addition to that, we have got to talk about how important it is that you mark your calendars for, you know what I'm saying, not only the crab feast that's about to pop off, but you definitely, you know what I'm saying, and that's on, let me tell you, because you probably don't remember, on August the 4th, we are going to be in Baltimore, Maryland for the 16th annual. This ain't the first time or the second time. No, we've been doing this every year for more than a decade. The 16th annual Crab Feast 2023 at the Cellar 2 at Parkville, 7631 Hartford Road. You know what I'm saying? This is a fundraiser. Angel Wings Ministries every year raises money to do their Secret Santa. They also have an initiative to help elderly family members who get stuck with their children. He said, "How was Awesome Con?" Yowzers. Hold on. Let me shout out to the fam right there. Catherine. She said, "How was Awesome Con?" Let me get this off the screen. We didn't go. Like, I ain't going front. I spent the whole day yesterday shopping for stuff for the studio. Like, I really wanted to go, but like I have a new show starting on Monday at 6:00. It's a relationship show, and she just signed her contract and then like put up her bread. So like all Saturday, I was buying furniture, I was getting decorations, like I just got new fur to put on the walls, and I have been feverishly working for the last 48 hours to get the studio ready. So I was not able to go to Awesome Con. I'm super bummed out about it because there are some great celebrities there. But I promise you, I bought tickets for BlurCon and I paid $300 for a hotel room with AB to go to BlurCon. So we're definitely going to have a lot of videos and pictures from that. Please work with us. I'm sorry, we're still growing, but yo, I appreciate y'all tapping in. So anyway, back to the Crab Feast, August the 4th at 7 p.m. Make sure you copy your tickets right now. If you got any questions, hit us up. Now, the next thing I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? I created a little something for social media and check dress at the beach event. So look, contest. The best bathing suit, male or female, best bathing suit wins a gift pack from Cashland Clothing. You get a whole outfit, head to toe. You get the whole fit, the socks, the shorts, the top, the whole nine, and a freaking Cashland hat. So make sure you come out. Make sure you wear your best joint and get some fresh gear. You might win some fresh gear from Cashland. Let me tell you something real quick. Here we go.
If you're not built for the Speedo, don't wear the Speedo.
Yeah.
If you're not built for it, don't wear the Speedo. That's not going to win you shit, but a bus ride back home.
Bitch, stop lying because they're going to win you, yo. So shut your bitch
ass. So like we said, man, 2 days after the Crab Feast, August the 6th, we'll be at Sandy Point State Park for the 4th or 5th annual VVC Beach Party. Historically, the beach party has really just been for me and my squad. But right before the pandemic, we had decided that we wanted to invite like the whole world, and we wanted to do it big. So we rented a big pavilion. We're right next to the beach. The pavilion holds 180 people. We got tables, we got benches, we got grills, we got food, free food. We got 2 different chefs coming out. Obviously, we got the sponsorship from Cashland Clothing. I've got 3 sponsors. I got 5 more sponsor spots open. If you would like to be a vendor, I call you sponsors, man. Y'all putting up bread to help us. We're gonna be advertising them soon. We got some different hosts and a bunch of different stuff going on. So make sure the beach party, all you got to do is go to beachparty.vvclife.com right now, and then you can sign up. It's free. The tickets are free. I'm just getting a head count on how many people are there. If you don't sign up and you just show up, I may not have a burger for you. So like if you want burgers and hot dogs and you want to get, you want the chefs to have some food for you, just all you got to do is sign up, man. It just helps us get a head count. That's all we want. You know what I'm saying? It's free to come out, have a great time. You can BYOB it, but let me tell you something. You're going to have to keep that stuff to yourself. Keep it low. Now, we got a liquor license so that we can have liquor. So, like, as long as you're at the pavilion, you good. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be walking all around on the beach with the bottle in your mouth. You can't do that. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just handle our business. So, anyway, let's move on. I did not get a chance to pull my precious together for this week. Actually, precious. I completely lied right then. I do have a precious for y'all. I recently came across some greatness on Amazon, and I was like, yo, I gotta bring this to the show. So hold on. Give me just a second. Oh, is it not on here? It's not listed. Oh man, where did I put it? Okay, so I got a dope piece of. I have to find it for you. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to pull it out for y'all this time, but I promise I will have it for y'all. Just keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. All right. So the next thing is...
Listen up, boys. The fix is in.
All right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get straight to the business. Y'all know this has been a crazy couple of weeks. The first things we got going on is we got this, man. Secret Invasion. It's taking off. So we got to make sure that, it's lit. So let's look into this scene from the Secret Invasion, and then we'll be right back to play with you.
You gonna move?
I haven't decided.
See, that's what I'm worried about. The Fury I knew was always 3 steps ahead.
If I remember correctly, you called me.
Upon Talos's request. Your lack of contact over the past few years sent a pretty clear message.
Meaning?
You're not ready for this, Fury. There's a very real threat out there. You were never the same after the blip. You always told me there is no shame in walking away when the steps are uncertain. So check your footing. Otherwise, someone's going to get hurt.
Oh my God. First of all, when I saw that scene, I kind of got scared for Shorty because Nick Fury, his face had no play in it. He was not in any position or any kind of, he didn't look like he was in a mood to be like, yeah, he ain't understand what she was saying. And I don't feel like he liked her tone. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. There's 3 factors that I'm super excited about. Number 1 factor is I've been bored and I need some new Marvel stuff to dig into. So that's number 1 off top. So I love that. The second thing, super important, is moving the storyline forward. I think they did a great job introducing us to Kang the Conqueror. That kind of threw some fear in our hearts. We've been experiencing, obviously, Spider-Man has had a crazy time with the animation. And I am super excited about a few other things, but this was big, man. Like the whole Secret Invasion and the Skrulls, they kind of dropped it in some films ago. There really hasn't been any talk about it. So just to see how the story is evolving in that part of the MCU, super exciting. And I hear that it gets bloody. I hear it gets violent. I hear that it gets extremely violent. I've been listening to reviews and other podcasts, and a lot of things they've been saying is it gets aggressive. This has a very serious tone. This strays away from a lot of the funny stuff. Like, so, the last thing is Nick Fury finally getting his own IP. And I love the fact that this is not just a little hour and a half, 2-hour movie, which is cool. If you get a movie, you get a movie. But having a TV series is crazy. Like 6 episodes. Each episode is an hour a piece. Oh, yo, I can't wait. I am going to be fully immersed in this. I cannot wait for this to happen. So my question to you guys is, will you be watching Secret Invasion on Disney Plus? That's number 1. And if so, what are you excited about as far as the show? Are you looking forward to seeing our guy, Nick Fury as, playing a role? Or y'all just looking forward to just seeing some more Disney? Like what is it? And if you're not interested at all, I'm with you. But tell us what you feel like is the next thing that should happen. So before I move on, there was definitely another super important thing, that I wanted to hint into, is we have the start of, let me see. Let me give it see, that clip is too long. I wanted to find a short clip to get into the next thing that is just jumped off, which is, hold on. All right. Now, I'm going to jump now into my other favorite show that just started. I haven't even gotten to see episode 1 yet, but y'all know, if y'all know me, I'm a Trekkie, baby. I'm a Trekkie. I cannot live without Star Trek. And I just saw this one clip jump off, and I can't wait. As soon as I finish the show, I'm going to be digging in to season 2, episode 1. But let's watch this little bit of a clip.
Beat that, human.
All right. So if you're not a Trekkie like I am, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to AB. What's going on, player?
What's up? What's up? Sorry I'm late. Just
it's all
finished.
good.
Didn't see how long that movie was gonna be. Thought we were gonna be out at 5 o'clock. We didn't. Well, we did get out. I thought we were gonna be out at 4:30, but we got out at 5 o'clock.
Got you. No, it happens. It happens. But let me jump into this real quick. The Trekkie, for all my Trekkie fans out there. So if you are familiar with the Klingons, they changed when they did Discovery. They changed the Klingons and they really, I'm not going to say they messed it up, but they made the Klingons look way, I think they looked more like the Klingons of the first Star Trek show. More monster and less humanoid. And then like when you watch this, these Klingons look more like Star Trek, Next Generation and everything moving forward. So you have, a more human looking Klingon. Number 2, this is now obviously the continuation from Discovery. So they're in a Cold War situation where they're not really a part of the Federation, but you know what I mean, they not really beefing, but they kind of beefing. So like this, to see the whole second season, the last clip we showed you guys a couple of weeks ago, they were in court, because one of the main characters was being was obviously in court. They was about to take their life. And then now we're dealing with, elements of the Klingons. I'm saying you setting up the tension for me to let me know that we got a lot going on in season 2. Once again, you turning up my summer. That's what I need. I need good stuff to talk about, good stuff to watch. You know what I mean? So AB, will you even have time with all of the stuff that you have to watch this summer? Will you even have time to get into Star Trek?
It'll probably be at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me and you are about to do that over at BlurredCon, so that's going to be a minute. And then I had to get my Paramount Plus access back, so we'll see. That is not I'm definitely going to be doing it because I have to catch up on that Picard too.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, you got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
My man Mastermind said when I wake up on Wednesday morning, Secret Invasion will be the first thing I watch on TV. Sir, you are not the only one. And me and you, look, I might have to call you on the phone. We had to do this together, man. The next thing he also said is the season premiere of Strange New Worlds was fire. Mastermind, don't give me no details. I can't wait to watch it. I am watching that as soon as I finish the show. I got to figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner, and then I'm definitely gonna relax and kind of enjoy it. So, what about Secret Invasion for you, AB? Are you excited for it? I mean, have you seen some of the new clips and stuff that's come out for it?
No, but I heard our boy John Reggie, what's his name? John Reggie Page is going to be in it. They let that out the bag, so I'm looking forward to seeing that because of course he's going to bring it to the screen. Oh, you got Samuel L. Jackson. If you're going to have John, you're going to have old John Reggie Page. Oh, it's going to be on.
Yeah, I 1000% agree. I think they're going to do a great job with that. There's so much to kind of get into in that world. I mean, like, and the fact that, like I was saying earlier before you came in, this pushes the story forward. You know what I mean? And it talks about some elements that haven't really been talked about in a bunch of movies. You know what I mean? Like, it seemed like they talked about the Skrulls maybe 4, 5, 6 movies ago. And then, like, there's been nothing since then. So now, like, to see them, like, kind of explaining what's been going on behind the scenes, you know, how things have been happening. So I've been actually kind of excited to kind of see how things go. So, like, let me jump into the next piece that we got to talk about. Hey, Catherine, if you still watching, how nerdy are you? Are you going Star Trek super nerd, or are you just doing some Marvel with the kids? Tell us which ones are you or do you watch both? Let us know. All right. So the rights for Namor and Hulk have officially reverted back to Marvel Studios today. This means that Disney/Marvel will now be able to develop solo projects for the characters.
That is good. That's good. That's
Juicy.
good. But then also we're having a crazy week with the actor for
Oh
Namor.
yeah. I don't even want to. I know people want to tear him down, but I don't know.
No. Everybody wants to turn it up. I'll just say this because we had a nice little discussion with a friend from out of town. Make sure I get the shine out of my face here. Every time I go that way, it's like shine. I'm like this. Wait until the story finishes before you jump on the bandwagon. Everybody wants all I say this, I tell this to everybody in their world. Stop when it comes down to some of these things, stop going for microwave solutions that people just come out with. It's like the first thing everybody says the jury of the public says, hey, this person did this. Give the evidence. Everything is still going with the whole Jonathan Majors thing. That happened back in what? March, just like a couple of weeks after Creed came out. And we're about to jump into July now. We're 3 months into it, and they still haven't talked about this. And they already ripping sponsorship and everything away already. And I'm like, you guys are gonna be looking real stupid once this thing come to a head. Same thing with this dude. This dude, the guy who played Namor, love the actor too. He's going through some mess too because it's an ex. It's an ex that's wanting to trip about it. She gets mad. She says, "Hey, he sexually abused me and used the rape word." Of course. Let's get the facts straight before we just go ahead and just jump on the bandwagon of blame.
1000%. I'm with you.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to seeing a solo Namor movie because Namor can introduce so many other characters. Hell, at the end of the movie, I want to see Doctor Doom. I'm like, come on, Marvel, when we gonna get the big boy, the real big villain? We got Thanos, and you guys did great with that, but you guys need to get us Doctor Doom. But sorry,
I feel like it's a little overwhelming for Marvel right now because to roll out Fantastic Four, then and at the same time roll out X-Men and trying to handle keeping together all this stuff that they've just unraveled into the, as far as like Avengers and all that. That's a lot of work, man. And I'm excited to see where they do it, but I'm so fearful of them flubbing it. You know what I'm saying? And it not happening the way it should. But once again, I feel like as much as I might have my criticisms, I think they've done a really great job introducing us to new characters, not getting stuck on old characters. After watching The Flash, bro, which wasn't bad.
How was it?
It wasn't bad. It was good. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still got annoyed because it's the same characters. Like, yo, you get to see Batman, you get to see Wonder Woman, you get to see Superman, and then you get to see, they introduced the new Supergirl character. All right, that's cool, but that's one. But you had a whole film. You could have expanded this universe. You could have really had a more diverse. I feel like instead of them using this film as an opportunity to expand the universe and to really do some better storytelling or to fix mistakes that they made in the past, the only thing they did is they told a really good personal character emotional story. And it was cool. It was really cool. I'm saying it was cool. It's worth the watch. And I actually took a young lady out. She totally enjoyed it. She had a ball. So I was like, all right, cool. As long as she was like, kept texting me about it for like a day and a half after that. So I was like, yo, you know what I mean? So she enjoyed it. But I felt like there was so much potential to do more. And Marvel is so good at doing those things. It kind of like, shows how much better they are at stuff. But anyway, let's move on to the next piece. Unless you wanted to say something about the Flash.
From what I'm hearing, especially you seeing the numbers and everything, I've heard some stories about it and everything. I'm not gonna spoil nothing for anybody this week. I'll probably on the next show or the show after that, I'll probably go ahead and what I read up on it. And personally, I just say for that particular moment or that cameo, that was not cool. And There's a time and a place for certain type of characters, but that character particularly, I'm like, that's very ghoulish of you guys. That's not cool. And you're saying, and James Gunn, you could say this without a shadow of a doubt that a lot of people, from what I hear, it's about average, and the way you're making it sound like
Mhm.
JS1 is,
Mhm.
it sounds like it's an average superhero movie. Yeah, I mean, we're coming off from Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Mhm.
That was
Oh,
good. You
that
made
was way
people,
better.
that was way better. You got people crying for a freaking a freaking raccoon, space raccoon that went through some major trauma. I mean, trauma.
Mhm.
But then you go ahead and look at that with following up the following week. You decide to put this after Transformers and after 2 weeks before that into the Spider-Verse. You just messed with the wrong month, dude. You should have probably, and to be honest, maybe I would have probably went to see this in August. But right now, with all the stuff that's coming out, no, dude, you're not gonna make your money.
And speaking of, man, they domestically $64 million, domestically $75 million, total brought in 139 million, which pretty much just covers the budget. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because I think the budget is somewhere around 200. Let's see if let's see if they got something on the budget here. No, they haven't said anything about what the budget for the film was. So like, but yeah, man, like I'm with you, man. I'm I don't know all of the details about the racism and all of the bad stuff that you
I
said
got
was
a
happening.
That's a whole
Yeah.
segment to talk about how Ezra Miller is a piece of he, she, them, there, whatever you want to use yourself to protect yourself. You're a bad person in this world. I'll say that, yes. Especially the fact that you got ahead. And I'll say one thing only, and you're still trying to hide it to this day. You did Michael Brown wrong. How
Mm,
dare you, Ezra Miller, make a documentary about a kid, a 16 going on 17-year-old kid who got killed in Ferguson because of the racism of that city and state? You will go ahead and make it seem like this kid was Nino Brown levels of gangster.
mm,
You made a biopic just to go ahead and tear down that kid. It's
mm,
not like everything else like the media does to us on a daily basis. It's like the first thing they find out when a black person when one of us is shot is,
mm.
well, he was under the influence of weed or he had a record. Nobody asks nobody asks you for all those. It's always like that. You always have the media always perpetuate that and you just exacerbate that.
Exactly. So, hey, I would love, yeah, yeah. Next week, can you come in, like, trying to just kind of give us some education on it? Because I'm not familiar with Ezra Miller's. I mean, I'm familiar with
He
like
made a biopic. He literally
him
made
grooming the girl. I remember the having the fights drunk in
yeah,
Hawaii and all this other stuff.
yeah.
But like,
I've
I'm
been
not familiar with it. But I'm not saying
it's like
today. I'm saying next week. Let's get
no,
into it.
no, it's like I found that out right before the Justice League movie came out. That was
Mhm,
what, 2016 or
mhm,
2016, 2017, I don't know.
mhm.
But right before the Justice League movie, and I found out all this mess about him. Oh my God, he's a horrible person. He's not a nice person. And I'm like, I'll walk up in front of his face and tell him he is a piece of shit.
Mm.
Excuse my friendship with that, but he is.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's move on. Let's get into some black
Happens when
comics.
you take two of the biggest gangs in the city and give them superpowers. You get the Blood Syndicate. Blood Syndicate #1 dropped in 1993 and was one of the flagship titles of Milestone Comics. You know, the same studio that gave us Static Shock and Hardware. Created by Dwayne McDuffie, Ivan Velez, and Dennis Cohen. The Blood Syndicate, as Ivan Velez said, isn't a superhero team. It's a gang. The Syndicate is actually made up of members of multiple gangs, most notably the Paris Island Bloods and the Force Syndicate. Get it? Blood Syndicate. The members were all present at the Big Bang, which is the same place that Static got his power, and decided to come together to help Dakota for a greater purpose, though they did always argue, which led to multiple members changing allegiances. Notable members include Tech 9, who had the ability to make guns out of nowhere and never run out of bullets. He was actually the first leader of the group. Holocaust, who later took on the name Pyre, he had control over fire and later became an antagonist for the group. Is it Pyre or fire? Like a funeral pyre? It's Pyre. Fade, who could fade out of his own timeline for about 3 seconds, which was very unique. So say if he punched you, you wouldn't feel it for 3 seconds later. He's also notable that while he was closeted, he is one of the first black gay superpower characters in comics. Flashback, who was Fade's sister and could travel forward and backward through time within her own timeline up to 5 seconds. There was time when along she was able to make that a longer distance, go into both the past and the future. Masquerade, who could turn into any animal, and that included humans. And like Fade is notable for being one of the first black transgender super characters in comics. It was Brickhouse, who was holding a wall when the Big Bang went off, giving her the aspects of a brick wall along with the strength and durability of that. And Aquamaria, who had control over water. The comic only ran for about 35 issues. Characters have popped up from time to time in other media. Aquamaria made multiple appearances on Static Shock, and both Brickhouse and Tech 9 appeared in later seasons, though they did change Tech's powers for obvious reasons. Even Holocaust made an appearance on Young Justice. There are definitely more members that I didn't even get a chance to touch on. So if you made it this far and you want to know about some of those characters, definitely shoot me a line in the comments. I love the idea behind Blood Syndicate. You let me know. Were you down with the Syndicate?
I love this guy, man. I love this guy, man. He stay getting us educated and tapping us into all of the greatness that's going on in the world. Yo, shout out to him, man, and thank you for that information. Yo, what you think about that, AB? I mean, I'm quite sure you're way more abreast in this than I am. So
I didn't know about the Blood Syndicate. I heard they were they were going to do the all the other Bang babies from the Static Shock world came together and whatnot, because it wasn't just the main villains that you saw in Static Shock. There was other people that were in the Big Bang. That hit a lot of people and gave people superpowers in that area where the bang happened. So it wasn't just a small little group of people. It was a bunch of people that gained meta powers. Hey,
well,
hey, AV.
It's a queen to be.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, I see you.
Hey, James.
You lit out here. How you doing, Queen?
I missed y'all. It seemed like it's been forever.
We missed you too. You out here doing it up big. She out here at parties, red carpets, hostings, out of town, concerts, festivals. She living her best life, yo. She living her best life. Yo, I'm trying to. Hey, man. We stay here working when she travels the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like to be a queen. You know what I'm saying?
I was down for 10 years.
I guess so. I mean, hey, shoot. Hey, we all got to get up, go down for a little while, come up.
I was down for 10 years.
Oh, damn. She was locked up. Shout out to the locked up niggas.
I ain't sight. It was like being locked down. I was in the hospital back and forth for so many days. I'm making up for lost time.
Damn. Hey, man, you shouldn't even make it up for it or just living. It's all important that we just enjoy life. But now that you are here, we can listen to some James Gunn tell us some senseless stuff that I don't even know if it's important or not. But let's go, James Gunn.
All right, so if there were a Lex Luthor.
Okay.
If there were a Lex Luthor in this movie, and there's a lot of other villains, so it may not be Lex Luthor.
And you are the best Lex. Let's admit it. We know you're the best Lex.
Come on, you're being funny.
I'm not being funny. You're definitely the best Lex.
Really?
Definitely.
But not right for your movie.
Not right for my... I didn't say there was even a Lex in the movie. So.
I know, but if there were a Lex Luthor, promise me this. He'll have gravitas, or he'll be Lex Luthor. He won't be playing Lex Luthor, but he's more acting like this character or this or goofy or crazy. He's going to be something that's grounded and real. I know you. I'm sure that's
everything's grounded and real. Yeah. Yeah. Everything's grounded and real.
Because I'm not saying anybody's done that. I'm just saying that,
maybe somebody's done that.
Maybe that's happened, but yeah.
Oh, really, James Gunn? Hold on. Let me give you a little. Oh, really?
We didn't hear anything.
Everything he does is grounded and real. Everything is grounded. Are you seriously, James Gunn, on a public platform with a camera and a microphone in front of you, going to tell me that everything that you've developed has been grounded? Have you seen all of your films? Like, come on, bro. Like, I feel like there are times, I feel like under the Marvel umbrella, he does a phenomenal job grounding his characters. I think what he did was the second Suicide Squad film, I definitely felt like was to a point more grounded. I enjoyed it more, but that's only because they got away from some cheesy shit and just gave it some better acting and some better dialogue. But I don't feel like it was fully grounded. And then he didn't have anything to do with the Flash. But like some other things that I've seen, I haven't been as impressed by. But I definitely agree with whoever that guy was that was doing the interview. Yes, I don't feel like there's ever been a person that has appropriately embodied Lex Luthor the way they've embodied the Joker. Like, niggas take the Joker super serious. Nobody has ever been like, yo, Lex, we need to make sure we hit all of the important points for this character so that people can understand
what motivates him,
what makes him scary. It's not just the fact that he has money and he's a genius. You know what I mean? There's so much more to him. AB, go ahead, jump in. You may do your thing.
All I gotta say is, how dare you disrespect Michael Rosenblum for that? Rosenblum. That's the guy that's the guy from Smallville. That's the Lex Luthor from Smallville, dude.
Is that the same Lex Luthor from Supergirl?
No, completely
I
different.
like him, though.
I like Michael Rosenblum, a great guy in person. Ran into him 2 times at Dragon Con. Great dude. He's down to earth as hell. And yes, he played Lex Luthor like a growing Lex Luthor is supposed to be. But there's only between, if you're gonna do a growing Lex Luthor, get Michael Rosenblum. The person I could say without a shadow of a doubt was who can definitely act the hell out of damn Lex Luthor if he was given the role. Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito.
I agree with you, AB.
Because he will look you. He can look. He will. You saw how he looked at freaking Homelander, and he just he gave him a look, and Homelander walked out the office. He's a normal man. That's the type of gravitas he's talking about. That he is not afraid to walk up into a lion's den, to the big alpha lion, look at his face and says,
and be
all right,
believable.
And be believable.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would change, I would want him to do is I would want him to bulk up a little bit, like to hit the gym and like put some muscle mass on. Not like I want him to be like, Carlo Esposito. If we used him, I would just want him to be more physically fit.
You can't have him. You got to have an actor that can do just like Giancarlo Esposito. Clancy Brown voiced him, yes. And yes, he eventually was able to lift weights and everything. Like, give him the first time we see Lex Luthor, give him the businessman build. Then of the late 20s, early 30s business mogul, then give him bulky dude for the next movie.
Okay, I'm with you on
the
that.
The one that jumps right into jumps right into the green little kryptonite suit and whatnot and go head to head against Superman.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So Mastermind said, I love Blood Syndicate. The original Blood Syndicate run was a good read, worth finding the trade paperbacks at the library or comic book store. That guy was Lex Luthor on Smallville. He was co-signing what you were saying. And 2, Clancy Brown was the voice of Lex on Superman and Justice League cartoons. Thank you, sir.
Yep. And if you want to do a damn awesome Lex Luthor, let's do the other Lex Luthor from Crisis of Two Earths.
All
the
right.
good Lex Luthor.
Now, my question to Precious, you just got here, so you missed my questions I was asking earlier. One of the most important questions I said is, number one, are you going to watch the Secret Invasion show on Disney Plus? She says no. And the second one is, are you going to watch the new Star Trek Discovery Season 2? Not Discovery, Strange New World Season 2. All right. Let me just give you a hand clap there.
Yeah.
Are you that busy? You can't even get into some TV shows? Wow. Ballerific lifestyle, my nigga.
No. You know, I'm just straightening stuff out, keeping stuff. Because you know how I take on so much.
Oh, I know.
And so
you started going to the gym. I was like, nigga, how the fuck? When do you have time to go to the gym?
I had to. That's
I'm with you.
Mental health, because I know it's gonna help my mental health, keep me kind of calm, and then my body. I'm trying to unbig my back. Some are already here, but you know, no matter.
Unbig my back. Well, I don't even know what that means.
By the way, the hair is going to be gone for the next show.
Really?
Congratulations. Yeah. I don't know why, but hey, if that's what you want to do.
I'm cutting, and I'm going to get and by the time BlurredCon gets here, I should have a fade.
Okay.
It's just a reset. It's just a soft reset to get the hair, and also work on the scalp.
Yeah, that's I didn't realize guys did that too. We do women. We do that. We'll chop a few inches off when our hair reaches a plateau to help encourage new growth. I didn't realize guys did something so that's nice. I think that's pretty cool.
No, I'll just not cut my hair because I be working so much, and I don't be feeling like driving all the way across town to go to my nephew. So I'll just let that shit get woolly until I got a date or a booty call.
Who really busy?
You, my nigga, like you are definitely way more busy than me, bro. Like let's not even do that. Like every time I see your gram, I'm like, I get tired of seeing your gram. I'll be like, again, my nigga, like, and then when you was like, I'm going to the gym, I literally said out loud, like, nigga, when do you have time for this?
5 a.m. I do that.
God bless you. God bless you.
Actually, I'm going when we get off tonight. When we get off the show tonight, I'm gonna go.
All right. That's the wave. Let's see. I think I got one more joint, and then we can move into the next segment. Let me see.
Look, I told you guys I'd keep you updated. Another mind-blowing AI demo was just released. This one enables you to take any photo or object and then manipulate it however you want. So you drag the part of the photo you want to change, and GAN, which are generative adversarial networks, provides precise control over the pose, shape, expression, and layout of the object. So change any image you want into whatever you want. And I'm sure no one's going to be using this for nefarious purposes. I mean, nothing like that ever happens on the internet, right? Drag Your GAN was created by researchers from MIT, UPenn, Google, and beyond. And the link to the research paper, if you're the scientific type and you want to read the abstract, that's on my Twitter. If you want to stay updated on all this stuff, just hit that follow. I got you. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Photoshop has a similar feature. It's cool.
So now you can fully animate pictures in Photoshop.
Yeah, you always can animate photos in Photoshop.
I did not know that at all. That is something new. But wait a minute. I was about to ask a stupid question. I was gonna be like, why? But I mean, everybody knows why. No, that's definitely.
You use the timeline feature to kind of gifify a photo or like add movable type elements. But they got this new thing where they are using AI to redefine certain parts of the picture. Now, that app that you just showed seems like is more specific, I guess, because you can say change the mouth to a smile. But on this thing on Photoshop, you can too. It's
It's getting crazy nowadays, and honestly, I keep some people don't like my idea, but after you modify it, it should have a watermark of saying deep fake or something like that, and you can't remove it. If you make any modifications, it should just go ahead and say boom. There's a stamp there, because I'm tired of like, people making these pictures and whatnot, and there's no stamp on the side to say, stamp or watermark. Just give a stamp watermark to show you modified this picture. That's it. That's all I ask for this world.
I agree.
Just give a watermark that you modified this.
Because it is getting real. And like he said, of course, people aren't going to use it for nefarious reasons. So
it's the first thing that the people found out that they can do when they get on the internet. Let's find some porn.
Right there with you.
Security.
How many guys are going to go ahead and pretend like, hey, let me do my picture and give myself about 3 more inches?
I never thought about that. All right, thank you. Let's move on to the
talk.
Facts. Let me move on to the next segment. About to sneeze. I'm sorry. Trailer train, 3 trailers. Let's get her done. And then everybody has to do what they do. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can pull this up. This is the movie I can't wait for next week. It's not out until the 29th. There is no movie coming out this week, but I think I want to watch I'm going to go to see The Blackening.
Man,
I can't.
So good.
Oh, it was good. It was good. I heard.
We had a great audience in there. So that's all I gotta say. Because you know how black folks are with a black movie with horror and stuff. There's so many parts in that movie that's hilarious. Oh my god, it's so good. Go see it. It's funny.
Thank you. Let's get into my man, Indiana Jones.
Under the moon, life lies at her feet. Water displacement. Get in the pool!
Why? Help me open the door!
Well, they didn't get out the doors. Get in the pool!
Okay, I'm getting in the pool.
Help me!
Oh.
Archimedes is fascinated by water displacement!
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. See, that's that stuff right there that gets me excited. Like that's the stuff that I'll be like, okay, I feel like they're giving me more of the traditional Indiana Jones versus the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I feel like there wasn't as much. What's the word for it? Like he wasn't as much of an archaeologist. It was more of an adventure, just adventure. You know what I'm saying? Getting chased and shot at and fighting and all of that. But the thing that I felt in my personal made Indiana Jones super dope was that he was like taking research from different places and he was solving mysteries. So he was almost like a historical investigator and he was an adventurer at the same time. And I feel like as the films became more popular, he became less of an investigator and more of just like the guy that's and making love to women and doing all this and doing all that. So I feel like now that he's older and it looks ridiculous for him to try to be, invincible, like him returning to be an investigator and talking about history and integrating all of that into a film, I think that is going to make the movie way more dope for me. Precious, what do you think?
No, I agree with that. I do like how they're kind of getting back to his roots a little bit. But when you think about it, if you think about like a person, a young man maybe coming into his own, like Indiana Jones character was when the franchise first started, he was being a young man, philandering and being the archaeologist version of James Bond.
Right.
And now, he's older. He getting back to what's really important, but still there's that element of suspense and surprise there, it looks like. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. AB, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good about this one. This one is actually going to look like they, as you say, went back to the roots of what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be adventure. It's supposed to be discovery, not just Okay, let's go ahead and just. It felt like the Crystal Skull was just checking off check boxes, instead of just hey, we gotta look for, rediscover these old parchments here and go check over here in this tomb here and try to raid this temple there. That's what I liked about the old Indiana Jones. There was this little sense of mystery, and there's that adventure part there that everybody wants to. That he's an everyman person instead of like some kind of invincible superhero.
Yeah, definitely.
I was just going to say, like the previous other Indiana Jones he fought, but he did get his butt kicked.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was another thing that made it great, is that like he would get his butt kicked and it would be funny. You know what I'm saying? And then like it wasn't like he was invincible. It was more like he was really fighting. And then like, he might swing and miss, or he'll hit somebody and then hit something that'll hit something else and it'll cause something else to go wrong. So like, yeah, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. I really feel like
nothing beats that one fight that he had in the first Raiders of the Lost Ark. He was fighting against that Nazi, and that Nazi knocked him out. And he looked over, saw what was about to happen. He flipped over and just laid on his head. He's like, "Come on!" That Nazi's like, "Come on!" And then he turned around. Ah!
And then that was it. Yeah, that's a fact. All right, let's get into this next trailer. They cloned Ty. Bruh. I cannot. Huh?
Who wrote and directed that? I missed it.
That's a good question. Hold on, let me see what happened. What had happened? Produced by Charles D. King. Wait a minute. Written by Tony Rettenmeier. Hold on, let me throw this back on the screen so you can see it. I don't want to be no dick. Directed by Joel Taylor. And co-written. Oh, Joel Taylor.
Joel
Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Rettenmeier. Okay, I can't wait. And it's on Netflix, so I ain't gotta leave the house. What?
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on now. Y'all know y'all got something to say.
I'm actually glad that Jamie Foxx is around, that he's going to be able to be going to the premiere for that. So thank you, God, for keeping Jamie Foxx with us. Just this crossover to have Jamie Foxx and John Boyega, that's going to be fun. They clone Tyrone. I'm looking forward for that.
Champagne, are you actually going to watch this? Can we get you to stand still for one night? Maybe just come on. It's only a movie. It's an hour and a half. You can do this.
Yeah, I probably fall asleep on it, but I'm gonna try.
Oh my God, they clone Tyrone. How you gonna fall asleep on they clone Tyrone?
It better be good. I'm gonna tell you, because if it's after 9 o'clock, which is usually the time that I try to wind down, I like start watching a movie or something. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx got a gold gun. How can you fall asleep on that? Like, come on, man.
That's why I was curious about who wrote it, but he did a couple. Only thing he did that I saw was Space Jam.
Who?
Rettenmeier.
What's the name? Name the last few movies he did, because it has a style of another movie that I watched.
Space Jam, Take Me, Drone, My Claire. I never heard of any of those things.
I'm gonna have to look them up myself and see what's popping.
Now you're gonna have me.
Go ahead.
But Joel Taylor, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's done Young, Wild and Free, Shoot Stars, Creed. He did Space Jam too. But I like that he did Creed too. I didn't see Creed, the third Creed. I want to see that.
It was good.
It was
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It kind of was a mix of. It was kind of a mix of the escalation of Rocky 4, but in that same grounded basis of Rocky 3. You know what I mean? And I know I'm saying it wrong, because of course Michael B. Jordan did a great job in making that movie, but it's just like it felt like that. The escalation was as high as Rocky 4, with the whole world looking upon you because you're trying to help your friend, your homie who's been in jail out, but then also the fact that he was he turned against you and everything like that.
No.
So it's good. It's on Amazon. Check it out.
All right. Let's get to this last. Ooh-wee. I don't know what this is based on. I don't know if this is intentionally shitty for a
Give me your
specific
nerd
reason.
card now, man.
Oh, you can have it, my nigga. Hold on. Let me find
It's
it. Once
One
I find it.
Piece. You
Yeah.
have no excuse not to know. It's One
I
Piece
don't
is like
I
Dragon Ball
don't watch
Z.
anime. I don't watch
But,
first of all, let me
it's like one of the big 5 or whatever. Like it's a
I
main.
don't
It's been
no,
around for almost 30 years.
if it was not an anime movie from the 90s, and we talking about Ninja Scroll and that and that and that, I don't give a fuck about it. Like none of that shit I give a shit about. I don't like Dragon Ball Z. I don't like none of that. All of y'all can kiss my ass. Now this One Piece.
You heard it,
like
Black
shit.
Nerd Podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And y'all can kill me in the comments. I'm with you on it. But this looks like trash. This looks like
there is a lot of people that love One Piece, man.
No. Not saying the storyline. I'm saying the acting. It looks cheesy, and I'm like, is this? And my question is this? Oh, okay. All right. Got you. Let me shut the fuck up. It's meant to be corny. Got you.
And
All right.
There's going to be a semblance of, with the translation between anime to live action is usually a little bit of, uncanny valley of corniness. I'm just liking the fact that I'm seeing some of the special effects in a live action form. Like the gum gun, bam, he's going to stretch his arm out and punch you in the face with it. I want to see some more of the sword action from Zoro. And then, of course, there's Nami there, pink hair and everything. And they are keeping to the races instead of just, all like that. So I've been waiting for this for 2 years just to see this live action version. I'm looking forward to it. It looks good.
All right, Precious, how you feeling?
I mean, I'm not big on anime, but I'm familiar with it. I'm interested. I'm interested. Yeah.
And I would like to argue that Cowboy Bebop was fire. The acting was fire. Everything about it was fire. It didn't come off corny. It didn't come off like, like it was cheap. What I just saw, that trailer, just gave me the feeling of cheapness. But once again, if this is the intentionality of it, then I'll back off, and I'm going to watch it because I want to talk about it on the show. I'm just interested, bro. If y'all like it, I love it. Hey, that's what it is. Let me give you some hand claps. I'm loving it, y'all. So with that being said, man, it's 7:03. We trying to keep our show at the hour mark. We're going to be giving y'all some extra content. Now, you guys can't complain. Me and Fame did some extra Patreon content earlier this week. We dropped a brand new episode that focused on the non-sports playing cards. So, if you are a Patreon member, you can go and enjoy all of that new content. Mastermind dropped a brand new episode of the after show that's available right now. I've got some pictures. We got some video of us doing the scratch run of Every's Lounge, and I've got some more pictures and video of us with the new show that's about to launch on Monday. So make sure that y'all just keep it locked. If you haven't joined our Patreon, please join our Patreon right now, man. $5 make you holler right now. Show some love. And we have a special. We finally have scheduled. Finally, thank the gods, the nerd gods. Audio AB has scheduled our first game, role RPG game with Cyberpunk Red. It's coming up the day before we leave to go to BlurCon. Precious, I'm asking you on air.
I'm going to be at BlurCon.
Be there. All right. Not just BlurCon. Are you coming to play the game with us?
Come on, I want to go ahead and turn you guys into paste.
Yeah, man.
Let's see if you guys can go ahead and pull off a nice little heist or whatnot.
Is that a yes?
Yeah. We'll be doing it at the studio.
Yeah, we're doing it at the studio.
Oh, okay.
I'm also bringing. I'm gonna
have drinks, everything, man. And you might as well just take the next day off because we're gonna be up here all night.
I ordered some miniatures so we can go ahead and move them across the board.
Awesome.
And so you guys have some vision, so you won't have to use the theater of your mind. You'll have some miniatures to move yourself around and decide what you want to do. So
It'll be great.
I'm planning some stuff.
And we're gonna be on camera. We're gonna have the camera set up in the studio. You'll be able to come watch the game with us, be a part of the adventure. So that's how we doing the Black Nerd Podcast. Oh, so yeah, that's what's up. We're gonna catch y'all next Sunday here, 6 p.m. But we got a loaded week. Mastermind is taken to the airways Tuesday night. It's called Let's Talk Love. Launches tomorrow it's probably gonna be 7 p.m. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all are tapped in and ready for that. We're going to be talking about love and relationships with my homegirl. Her name is Tasha, a.k.a. Love Potion. So make sure y'all tune in for that Monday nights. Mastermind on Tuesday nights. Hey, I'm giving y'all a secret. I ain't put it on social media yet. But I got strippers coming to the studio Wednesday night. So you gonna and they get naked. Like, this ain't coming to be here, but I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I might have to just send a link and just be like, hey, y'all click this link and watch it. But I do have strippers.
Set up an OnlyFans for that type of stuff.
Well, I'm working on with the ladies have expressed an interest in doing a show. So that may be
a show on OnlyFans. That would be
I already know. I know. We can definitely do that. Definitely. That's the plan. But we got strippers, champagne. I got ones. I got a ton of ones. We got food. It's going down. Make sure you tab in, you know what I'm saying, every night of the week. And I got some other stuff coming up too. We working on that movies and review show again. So man, we doing the best we can. But before we go, I need y'all to give y'all shout outs, man. Precious, you get it started. Give us shout outs.
Shout out to Television Publishing. We got some books out, y'all. Shoppo TV. We will be filming a show tomorrow. We got Daddy Bruce, I think, is coming. Oh, well, by the time y'all see this, it won't be tomorrow, but whatever. And check me out on Project Heat, Baltimore. And then I need everybody. I don't know when they're gonna do this, but I auditioned for a role in this show called Suge. And I think Black Prime is gonna do a contest. I'm not sure. So I might need y'all to vote for me.
Hey, send us the link, man.
You know
we're gonna show you love.
All right. Yeah, and if you aren't already following me, follow me, champagne_PHB more. Yeah, stay tuned. But I'll make sure I send the link out whenever I get it. If I don't even know. That's why I hate auditioning for stuff. But anyway, yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yo, AB, man, come on, get them shout outs, man. Tell us what you got going on.
I want to shout out to everybody. In internet land, all blurs. Stay nerdy out there. I want to shout out to everybody in the Black Nerd Podcast crew. Those that are here and those that are not here, we still have love for all y'all. Keep nerdy. What I'm about to do, I'm trying to get my book, do my book just like your girl Precious here, writing out my ideas and getting it up, and trying to get my voiceover back going. And my reviews are gonna probably start coming back up soon. So yeah, trying to get those going because the job is definitely motivating me to getting these things done.
Most definitely. Hey, I want to shout out Catherine. Who's been tuning in every week. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mastermind, who's been tuning in every week. Shout out to the homies that been hitting me after the show because they be watching it because they can't watch live because they be at work. But shout out to everybody that's been supporting the movement. The numbers have been going crazy. So follow us on social media at Black Nerd Podcast and follow me, your boy JS, the #1 THASUPPILIER, whatever, and VVC Life everywhere. Hey man, we check y'all next week. That's how we get down, man. I'm done, and I am finally going to take a nap. I have had the craziest weekend, and I hope y'all get some rest. Yes, Precious, get some rest. You know what I'm saying? AB, get some rest, my nigga. Don't let this world run you ragged.
Yeah, that too. Go see that Transformers 2. Oh my God, it is just like the freaking old school generation, literally the OG Transformers. And they picked the right one with that brother in the movie. The brother from the movie and your girl from Swarm and what was that movie with Jamie Foxx and her in? Oh yeah, Power or whatever.
Project Power.
Yes, I just finished seeing that. It was dope as hell.
That movie-
Mirage is the man.
I like that movie too.
Yeah, you need to check out Transformers. Sorry, last shout out. Sorry about that, my man.
Can I end the show now? Is it
Yes,
okay
you
to end the
can.
show? You sure? All right, I'm running the credits.
Love you
We check
guys.
y'all. Love you guys. Check y'all next week.